Welcome, everybody. Yay. It's our final show on Studio 6 Paranormal Podcast. I'm your host, Jay Hill, with
Shane Peak.
Yep. And we are live here to have a fantastic guest on the final show today, or tonight, I should say. Brie Hollingshead of Paranormal Road Tripping with Brie. Yeah. And I tell you what, she's done a lot of stuff and she's everywhere. I don't know how
Yeah,
she
she
does
trips
it.
a lot. I don't know how she does
She
it.
drifts a lot. She's probably tripping a lot. Yeah. We know what she's tripping. No,
Yep.
just kidding. No. So without further ado, everybody knows Brie. We know Brie. We love Brie. We're going to bring her on. Here she is.
Hey guys!
Hello.
Hey.
I don't trip. Well, I go on trips. But
Yeah, that's what she's doing.
That's what she's doing. That's what I meant.
Yeah, we meant that.
No, I don't know if you guys can handle that.
Right.
It would provide some
So
entertainment.
how are
yeah.
yeah. So how are you, Brie?
I'm doing really well. I am trying not to tear up because I didn't know this was your guys' final episode till Shane commented on one of my posts. So this is I'm very humbled and honored to be here with you gentlemen tonight.
Right, right.
That's awesome. We're glad to have you.
I'm not you're not crying, I'm crying. Like legit. So
yeah, we've been doing this for going on 4 years now, and it's been a fun ride. We've had a lot of great guests, and we've it's been fun. I mean, we've had some different guests, let's just say, but we've also had some guest co-hosts and guest hosts because there's times where we got sick or that my friend Joshua Hughes was a guest. David Taylor's been a guest host, and Taryn Kerber's been a guest host. Oh yeah, so I mean we've gotten quite a few people that have just been benefit that we benefit from, that we know that want to help out. So, but talk a little bit about what you got going on right now. You told me in chat in message before that you were coming off of a paranormal hangover.
Yeah, I went to 2 undisclosed locations last night. So I don't think we got into bed. Well, I think the last time I looked at the clock, laying in bed was 5 because at that point, you got your adrenaline going and you're all jacked up. And
right.
Sure.
Nick's, singing the song of the people.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I got the dog trying to join in, and I'm just like, I'm jacked. I'm like,
right.
Normally you guys are a lullaby and not tonight. But yeah, so we went to 2 undisclosed locations. One of them I can say is known for the history of Masons in the building.
Oh wow.
And the 3rd floor was actually built for an Odd Fellows meeting hall.
Oh.
And yeah, and so it had a closet that had an entity in it that is known to not like females. So us 3 women that were there, like Nick's like, I say we put the women in there, and I'm like, you know me, I'm like, me first.
Yeah, that's me. I'm always
Show them how it's done.
Yeah,
that's me.
I volunteer as tribute. I'll do an hour and a half.
Right.
Let me coach. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had an amazing time. Nick has his own group that he founded, Old World Paranormal Society. So I get to go and go with them from time to time when I'm home, and if they've got stuff going on, I kind of piggyback on that, and it gives me more adventures and more experience because I haven't been doing this all that long. Dealing with the paranormal, since I was 6, but actually being active in the field started June 30th of this year.
Oh wow.
So, but yeah, so
but you've been a trooper.
Yeah. I'm trying. I mean, I take my licks and I keep on kicking back. So
that's awesome.
Right.
I love what I do. Actually, a week from today, my next big thing is Chris Smith. I don't know if you guys have seen Hulu's Monster Inside about McCamey Manor.
I did see some of that. I mean, that intro, or the whole poster for that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's wicked. I watched it as a bedtime thing. when it first released. Like it released October 12th, and on the 15th was when Chris and I had our first collaboration. I actually went to Michigan where he resides, and he took me to Halloween haunts that, I mean, nothing like McCamey Manor. I mean, I went to, like, he took me to Eloise Asylum, so it was the paranormal mixed with Halloween. And then another place that was called Hush, that was like a magic carpet ride, and they had alcoholic beverages. So what more could you ask for? Like, scare me and then let me get drunk. You know?
That's awesome.
Like, this is yay.
Yeah. It's a
So it's what I
win-win.
almost exactly. I pre-gamed for this for almost 20 years living in Wisconsin. Okay, so like, let's go.
Right.
But so then the next one that we did, I was actually the part 2 of the collab. I was at Wildwood Sanitarium, and I was completely, nobody knew until we went live with the event, that I was completely 110% alone on property and didn't leave until the next day.
Wow.
Still alone.
Sweet.
So yeah, that was a lot of fun. So it was a complete, kicking down a wall in the paranormal field for women, showing that we can do it. We don't have to have
Absolutely.
boyfriends and husbands and an entourage. We can go in there. I mean, as long as it's not like Penhurst or like Norwich Hospital, like asylum,
Right.
you can go and do this. It's viable. There are safety
Right.
measures you can use.
Mhm.
And then part 3, we were just at Madison Seminary. We wrapped that up. But next Sunday, we are actually starting our new journey into the paranormal together with Remotely Paranormal.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's going to be exciting. You will see me. I mean, it basically explains itself. I mean, envision Wildwood Sanitarium, and that's what you've got. But we're going to be taking it to the next level with challenges.
Yeah, John Griffin is the bomb. Yeah,
Sure.
I love John. John is awesome.
Yeah.
So we have some people. We have quite a few people in the chat. So first off, what is this? Brie's face.
My
Yeah,
buns.
her
I'm wearing
buns in her
Okay.
hair. Yeah.
My hair's long enough I can do buns. I was like, I'm doing fun hair for a fun
Yeah,
last episode. So
It's awesome.
Yeah,
We appreciate it. It's awesome.
Right.
I saved
And
them
then
just for you guys.
thank you, Adam. Adam was one of our favorite guests that we've had on because of the fact that we actually caught live activity when he was doing a live with us when I was broadcasting out of a haunted hotel. So
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
that was
Yeah, it
cool.
was
That was really
Adam's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, Adam
That's
is awesome. Brooke, yeah, and let's see. Oh, and then you got Kelly. She's at party supplies.
He's got the shots.
Yeah, and then when we were talking about the activity, we were talking about Lizzie Borden. When I asked Adam where his favorite place was, as soon as he said the Lizzie Borden house, we had cat toys going off behind me.
Yeah, they were just sitting there. It was awesome.
They were
I
just
saw it.
sitting there, and yeah, it was totally, yeah, it was bizarre, but yeah, yeah, we've had some great guests, and we're glad that we have you as our last.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of a more of a, you know, I met you in Rock Island, and me
Yes.
and Billy did, and you were so sweet and nice, and taking pictures with us and everything. So it was really cool, and I'm glad that we got to connect like that. So having you on the show for the last show and to kind of just celebrate what we've done,
Yeah.
and we also want to celebrate what you've done as well, because that's part of what we do. We'd like to promote people and help people, get their name
Absolutely.
out there and all this other stuff, and when Adam started, he was like the third or fourth guest that we had on, and now look where he's at. I'm
Yeah.
not
All over
saying
the
that
place.
it's because of us, but no, but I believe, I've always believed in Adam. I've always believed in what his abilities to, bring good content to people, and he's just being himself. So I give props to everybody that, that I connect with, and especially you, Brie. I mean, I love your content. I've seen some of your lives.
Yep. I
And
watch them.
yep, and they are very, they're kind of suspenseful. And I will be honest. I mean, it's not like watching some of that stuff on TV, because it's kind of like, the digital age is changing from
Yeah.
television to
Absolutely.
multimedia, and yeah, so it's just, and then you got John for
Oh
many.
yeah.
Thank you, John. That's yeah. He was a guest on our show too. I mean, I love John. John's awesome. Every once in a while, his brother uh kind of comes through and he wants me to go out to um Wildwood. Yeah, so every once in a while I'll get when I'm talking to John or I'm thinking about him, his brother sometimes comes through and says, "God, when are you coming out?" Because I really want to get out there. I was invited out there a couple of years ago and I really want to get out there. So
Yeah, I love Wildwood. Wildwood has an absolute special place in my heart, especially with what
hmm
Brooke and Zach and her mom Lori are
yeah.
doing with the property. Being in the Midwest, there's sanitariums, there's TB hospitals. Like Ohio actually had 25 TB hospitals built
Oh
Wow.
during
wow.
the whole pandemic of tuberculosis. But you don't know this because they're all decrepit, falling in, been
Right.
demolished.
hmm
They're no longer existent. And
hmm
I mean, we've got a few of them that are still around, but we definitely don't have 25 of them that you can go and we can do paranormal stops or that have
hmm
been converted or refurbished. So, um, the fact that they are investing all their time and the proceeds go right back into the building, and they truly are a restoration of
Yeah.
this,
hmm
gorgeous historically haunted location. I think places that are doing restorations, they need to be highlighted. They need to be put to the forefront,
Absolutely.
And yeah, and that I tell you what, that's kind of funny you say that because that's part of what me and Kelly are working on.
I love that.
You
That's
know,
awesome.
Yeah.
it's a kind of a little bit of a secret, but it's on a bigger scale. And I will say that um, Studio Six Productions is also going to be partnering with a nonprofit organization.
That's awesome.
So
That'll be
we
great.
want to be able to help with those restorations. Bring those buildings back.
Yeah.
And it's they're so important. History is so important.
Yeah.
I mean, it's history to me is it's just I don't know what it is. I've always loved history. Did you
Mhm.
like history in school when you were in high school?
Oh, yeah, I actually wanted to be a history teacher, but believe it or not, what kept me from going to school and majoring, getting my history, degree, um, w I was shy. Believe it or not, I was really
You
shy.
Free
shy?
I
shy?
was.
No
Really?
I
possible
still
Oh
kinda
way.
my
am. I
god.
know you guys
You
don't.
are not.
You are
Yeah,
absolutely not.
I
No.
was, like, I was so shy, like, getting up in front of classes and having to read papers and talk to people, like, that was terrifying, and I let that fear keep me from my passion of history, and
Aw.
so with what I'm doing now, I'm able to pursue it. Like, I've actually been kicking the idea around of because 'cause I've got a BS in business administration management right now, but I've really been kicking around the idea of going back and getting my history major, so I can piggyback that with what I do, and
Absolutely.
I see the chat, everybody's like, "What? Yes, I was shy." I know, that's insane.
Kelly starts
Kelly's
hyperventilating.
hyperventilating. Grab the paper bag, Kelly, it's gonna be
Yeah,
okay.
it's
Just
gonna
take
be
a shot.
okay.
Take a double
Right,
shot,
right,
one for me.
right. There's some people that are there chatting in the chat, and then Sam's pretty paranormal. She said she was sad that she didn't find us sooner, but Sam, you can find all our stuff on YouTube, and you can listen to us all everywhere for audio files on wherever you get your podcast. So, but this isn't the end of Studio Six Productions. It's just the end of this podcast. So I'm not going anywhere. Shit, no.
No.
No, and
Jay is
Shane isn't either. Shane's gonna be
Uh-uh.
around.
I'll be
Shane's
around.
got what's the podcast that you've been doing
Paranormal
lately?
Report
Yeah,
with
Paranormal
Nico and
Report.
Kat and Mike. Yep.
Yep. Is
love
that
it.
on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube and it's also on Facebook and I don't know, several others, random ones.
Yeah. So Sam, you
Yay.
can look up,
Yeah.
you check Shane out too there at Paranormal Report. I mean, yeah, there's so many different avenues to find us. I mean, yeah, I'm everywhere. And it's kind of like what I have looked back 5 years ago and thought, yeah, I'm going to be everywhere in 5 years. I would have said absolutely not.
Yeah.
But you know. And then we look at Brie, who travels nonstop.
Yeah, I don't know how you do
I
it. I don't
mean,
even how you
I don't
afford
know
to do
how
it.
you do that. It's from your car. I mean,
Yes.
you're taking a video, and yeah, it's just like, how did she do that? But
It's
I'm glad you do.
insane. Yeah. It's insane. It's in all honesty, well, I accidentally kneed the table, and that does
Oh
not
no.
tickle when you hit that spot on your knee. I'll say that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a funny bone. So, but it's it's funny when you finally find who you are and you finally start loving who you are and you're
Mhm,
able to finally pursue your passions and you're going to these
mhm,
locations that a lot of people growing up, family members, friends, not all my family, but a lot of family, a lot of people that I thought were friends. And I think this is a horrible learning lesson that our kids don't learn until they're adults. I'm 43 and still learning the lesson is that, the people who truly love you aren't going to say things to hold you back and hurt you. And I was
right,
held back and hurt a lot. You're
right.
nothing better than a housewife and a mom. That's all you'll ever amount to be. You going back to
Mhm,
school to get your
yeah,
degree. Yeah. Just watch those shows because that's the only way you're gonna enjoy those places is through a show. You're never
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
get
yeah,
to do it.
right.
And so the fact that I'm doing it, like I've been doing it for like what, 5 months, going on 6, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
um it's like I'm a little freaking kid on my way to Disneyland every damn time. I'm like, "Are we
Right,
there
right.
yet?" Like,
Every
I'm
time,
looking at
right,
the clock
right.
and I'm like, "How many more songs do I get to,
I'm that
like,
way.
bar karaoke to?" Like, like, I
Right,
could
yeah.
jump around at this point, like, I could totally slay in a lip sync battle, but it's, like,
No, and
it's when
I have to say, Bree, that you don't look your age, that's for sure.
oh, thank you.
Really, you
The
don't.
buns
I mean,
help tonight.
when you
Yeah,
said
the buns.
yeah, don't get Shane started with that. Yeah. Reference too much to Star Wars, maybe?
I
Yeah, I
got
was
the
thinking.
Leah effect going
Yeah, the
on,
Leah. I was thinking about that
Aaliyah.
already.
Right, right.
That's a good thing I got, like, a black and white, not an all white outfit on.
Oh, yeah,
Right,
that's
right.
true.
That's true. Yeah, we'd have to
I
cut
know my
that
Star
that show
Wars too,
short.
okay?
Oh my gosh.
So, but
So
yeah, like, when you finally get to do your passion,
mhm,
it's it doesn't matter how little sleep you get. It doesn't matter what obstacles. I mean, I might jump on Facebook Live and, like, completely rant and rave over, the horrible parking lot
mhm,
situation that resides on our East Coast, but
right.
Yeah.
it's amazing, when you find and you finally pursue what you love, that
Mhm,
the energy that you have,
mhm.
it's like the whole Energizer Bunny effect.
Right.
Absolutely.
So,
So yeah, you're very popular.
oh,
We
love you
we
too,
love we
Rachel.
love Bree.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I like Shane. Shane, you're
Kelly's
popular
cool.
too. I told you look so young. See?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is fantastic. I mean, this is why we do what we do. You know, to connect with other people and to just, have
Absolutely.
good conversation and just to have fun and to laugh and there are some serious moments where we talk, educational stuff and this and that. And I'm sure there's been a lot of people that have learned quite a bit from us, whether it's good or bad, I don't
Yeah, my
know.
crazy tech
But
talks. Tech talk
yeah,
with
crazy
Shane.
tech talks.
Yep.
Yeah, tech talk with Shane was fun to do. Um, but yeah, there's been so much that we've put into this show that over the years that, people the one thing that people somebody said to me that they like the consistency,
Yeah,
and with you being consistent on your lives and your
Yeah, it's
locations
very
and
important. It's
that's
good.
what it's about. I
Yep.
mean, keeping your presence in the paranormal field and doing what you love to do. And, you know, you do that quite well,
thank
so
you.
and it's we're grateful that when you kind of came more into the limelight of that, it was kind of refreshing to see somebody had that could show that passion that they had for the paranormal in a way where and to do it with a smile on their face instead of
Yep.
to dealing with drama,
Yeah.
and I am and we're grateful for that, But
Yeah, I've always got my finger
oh
over the
yeah,
heart emoji when I see it scrolling and it's Bree's post.
yep, it's yeah, I heard it. Yeah, I only give her a few likes because I don't want her to get a big head, so I only give her some likes, and then
I look through and I'm like,
you
who's liking? Where's Jay at today? Like,
Yeah.
know.
She's keeping
on
track.
this
She's got a
thing, on this
scoreboard.
one.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you got coming up like for 2024? I mean, it's getting close.
Yeah, I'm booking up, you guys. It's insane. Like
Yeah.
I actually okay, so like I see in chat I just signed with Historically Haunted Booking LLC today. So
Oh,
I am
nice.
Yeah.
See?
Adam is now my agent. Yes. So
Nice.
That's awesome.
because I
Yeah.
struggle. A lot of people would be like, "Oh, you got a big head." No, I struggle. I don't know who to talk to, and I have a lot of stuff being thrown my way. A lot of really good offers, but I've been burned on what I thought were some good
Yeah.
offers.
Yeah.
I actually
Oh, yes.
had
Right.
some
It's tricky.
people turn into I mean, I've had to block people. It's
Wow.
like I had somebody start getting kind of stalkerish with me because
Oh,
I
good Lord.
agreed to go on an investigation and they got really out of hand. Um,
Wow.
that was really, concerning. So, with Adam, it's more of like my safety net. He can vet through a lot of stuff to help me.
Sure.
And
Right.
when you're new to the field, you don't know who is safe and who is not. And I've already experienced
Yeah.
my fair share of drama in almost 6 months that I'm like, "Nope, that's not my cup of tea. I just wanna do what I love,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna love
Absolutely.
everybody. I don't have
Right.
time for this. I'm not back in high school." We're all adults. We're all hopefully pursuing the same thing. We're all gonna pursue it differently.
Mhm.
But, you know, it's
It is
you're
what it
gonna have
is. I
people
mean,
yeah,
yeah,
it is what it
yeah,
is. I
I
mean,
get it. I get
Yep.
it.
it's sad
And
is what it is.
Adam's been a very good friend of ours, for a long time since we started,
Yeah.
and we watched him grow, you know. Yeah, I would have to say that there's other people in the paranormal field that don't care for Adam, but there's people that don't care for me.
There's probably
You know what I
people
mean?
that don't
So
like
it
me
goes
either.
it
There's people that don't like me. I've
right.
already been
So I
told.
mean, right.
It's
So
Oh
I
okay.
no,
mean,
how is that
there's
possible?
it's everywhere. You know what I mean? But the one thing about I will say about Adam is the fact that he's true to his heart and he
Yeah.
doesn't care.
Yeah.
And that is where that's when you're looking for things or dealing with other people. If you don't have that intuition to go with your heart, that your intuition is where you need to follow. You know what I mean? What you need to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
see, like I've
yeah.
got
So
too big of a heart sometimes and it burns me. So that's the good thing about
Yeah.
Adam helping me. And
right.
Sure.
is that he can be like, okay, are you thinking with your heart or your head? And so I've got that balance. I mean, I've got that balance too with Nick. Nick's been in the paranormal. He started his group in 2017, but he's got
Mhm.
his own group. He doesn't need to be holding my hand as I'm wading through this,
Right.
trying to figure
Right.
it out as well.
Right.
I need
Yeah.
him to be my rock at home, not juggling being my rock, being my manager, being my agent, and then he's dealing
Absolutely.
with owning his own business, and then
Right.
his
Right.
team, like
Right.
he doesn't need all that stress. So Adam is like going to be a huge lifesaver. But what's really cool is I'm already booked for 4 Paracons. One of
Nice.
them will be dropping in January, possibly. I'm
Okay.
super stoked about that one. I'm not saying anything until it drops. I
No,
promise
that's fine.
you,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
but in March, there's one. I don't know the name of it yet. I know it's still being put. All the pieces of the puzzle are still coming together, and I told the person that's putting it together anything I can do to help, promote. If he needs me to speak or go live from like because you guys have seen I do a lot of lives at Paracons because I'm a huge believer in we need to promote these, and I think that that's
Absolutely.
one thing that unfortunately a lot of the
Mhm.
Paracons slide they don't see the attendance that they should is because they're not being promoted the way that they need to be, and that's no knock on
Right.
anybody because I know people have 9 to 5. Sometimes
Oh
they've
yeah.
got
Oh
like
yeah.
an
Oh yeah, it's
We're
difficult.
here.
yeah,
Yeah.
so, like, I totally get it, and, you can only do as much as you can do in a day, especially if you're married, you got kids,
Oh yeah.
I mean, even if you're
Mhm.
not married, you're single and you've got kids, like, you can
Mhm.
have full plates, I get that, so, I want to
Right.
do what I can do to
Right.
help. And if I can help be a voice to get the word out there and promote and bring
Yep.
it live, especially because we got people that aren't able, like just like with me going to the haunted locations and doing investigations, there's people out there that can't physically make it. There's people that can't
Right.
financially make it, that
Yep.
logistically, location
Right.
wise, can't make it. So I'm able to bring it firsthand so they can still experience it and say, oh, this is, if they've never seen a paracon, they can go, oh, this is what a paracon is. This is so cool.
Right.
I was at
Mhm.
Phantasmacon. I got Jason Hawes, Sean Austin, a lot of the big names. They took time to stop and say hi to everybody for me. I had people messaging
Right.
me and they're like, I can't believe it. And I'm like, yeah, they're real
Yeah.
people just like me and you. They get up, put their pants on the same way, one leg at a time, I hope.
Right. Right.
Like,
And that's the way I look at all those celebrity paranormal people. They're people just like us.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
just like us,
Same with
and
actors and musicians. They're people just like
they
us.
are. They're people. They don't need to be put on pedestals, and I think that that's a huge
Right.
crux
Right.
of our society is we put
Yeah.
everybody on
Right.
these
So
pedestals.
I'm glad that you're sticking with Adam, and
Yeah.
Adam gave he says, "Love you, Jay. My mom does too." I I gave I'll let this out of the bag. I gave him. I was at work one time at my other job. I worked in a warehouse, and I was talking to Adam on the phone one time, and his mom came through. His mom had passed, and she came through, and he was going through some difficult times, and she was kind of guiding me to tell him and all this other stuff. Amazed at all the stuff that she was telling him. I was just a messenger, and it actually helped him with what he was going through. And
Wow.
and so he knew that I was legit, and he knew ever since then that we're like, really close friends. And
Yeah.
even with Shane, I mean, he's
Yep.
just like that. I mean, so you picked it. You picked good. You're gonna
Yeah.
be
You
fine.
pick good. So any of those
I'm
paracons
excited.
near Michigan?
Let's see. Well, one will be in Pittsburgh.
Ooh, that's
Bump in the
Dogger
Night
Guy.
Society is putting that one on, and
Yep.
actually the benefit, the funds from that are going to cancer research. I lost my mom in 2005, a week before I
Oh,
delivered my middle child, John,
Oh,
to cancer. So this is like near and dear to my heart. I'm
absolutely.
actually going to be sharing a speaking engagement while there with Nick. So you'll be able to see both of us there. One of them, I don't think I can announce that yet. But I'll be at
okay, that's
Gettysburg
fine.
Battlefield
Yeah.
Bash.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So
yeah, that's one that I've been wanting to get invited to
I'm
Yeah.
for a while,
excited. Yeah,
but
I'm so excited
Yeah.
about that one. I get to go party it up and go
Yeah,
have
because I had talked
fun.
about going to Gettysburg with Taryn at some point. So if she's gonna be there, maybe I'll get up enough energy to
mhm,
come out and see both of you guys.
Dude, I will send you a
right,
case of ghosts. Come on down and say hi.
All right.
Let's do this.
right,
All right.
right,
Come on.
right.
I'll show you what it's like to be like Bree for a weekend. Come on.
Cool.
We'll
That's
go do
crazy.
some
I'll do it.
investigating and act like
I'll do it. I got the stuff.
cool. Come on, guys. Let's go. You guys can sit with
Yep.
me at my table. I think I got spots, so it's just me, myself, and I. So you guys can come keep me company.
That'd
Nick
be
and
awesome.
Right.
OWPS is supposed to be right next to us, so we can throw stuff at them. We can
That's
have fun
awesome.
and pick on them.
I'm for
Well,
that.
that's what it's about. It's like a really bad Thanksgiving. You start throwing food at people, and then it just turns into
We could
a
have like a
melee.
spitball
Nice.
fight or something. I mean, it's gonna be
Yeah, it'd be
great. Water
great. Yeah.
balloons. We'll bring water balloons or something. We'll squirt guns. Nerf guns. We can bring Nerf guns.
There we go.
We could start
You
like
got
a
it.
Nerf war in the middle of Battlefield Bash. This is gonna be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be like
I'm
that.
gonna be banned, you guys.
No, this will be great.
Oh man, they're gonna love it. They're gonna be like, "But she's so much fun."
Yep.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I've got the Paracons going on. I've got the remotely paranormal where once a month, if not, if we're able to fit it in more, I will be going to historically haunted locations. It's going to be very much like what happened with Wildwood Sanitarium. Like I
Okay.
said, taking it up a notch. So monthly, you will see where I will be alone. And,
Whoa.
Chris from the safety behind his keyboard gets to tell me what stupid crap I need to do, to make it live for you guys and fun. And I mean, it's going to be amazing. So like, I'm real excited. I've had a
Yeah.
couple of property owners actually reached out to me already when it released on Friday, what we're doing, because we're starting
Nice.
at the Mysterious Monroe House.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm super stoked. I actually highlighted the location in August, and I became pretty good friends with Pam and Eddie. They absolutely I had my daughter with me. They fell in love with Ellie, and so
Nice.
when we decided to do this, I was like, I gotta reach out because a lot of properties too. I understand trying to make money. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't say this to upset anybody, but when you use certain like D words in your titles for the clicks,
Yeah.
you are negatively affecting the property and the people who own it, whether you
Mm-hmm.
realize it or not, because that can cause ticket sales to go down. That can cause rentals to go down. Um, it can cause issues within the community. I'm not saying that has happened for Mysterious Monroe House, but I have heard it happening with other hidden
Oh,
gems,
of
which is
course.
why we don't have a lot of locations as much as we do, because a lot of places will be like, we don't want this negative association, we're shutting it down. We don't want this in our
Yeah.
community, we're shutting it down. And it's like, I get that you need to make money, but let's still be respectful of others.
Sure.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you wouldn't want me walking into your house and like looking at your mom and calling her the B word, I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of the
That's a
same
good way to
thing.
put
Like,
it.
you
Yeah.
would knock
Yeah.
my butt straight
Right.
out.
Right. Right.
What are you doing to the family that owns the property?
Right.
You
Right.
know, not everything is the D word.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're an asshole in real life and you die, chances are you're probably still an asshole. Let's be real.
Right.
True.
So
Yep.
I mean, and
Right.
that's when you get the crap that you get. So,
Right.
let's be respectful to the properties. And so my goal is to not just help the hidden gems that are not known as well as they should be, in my
Mm-hmm.
perspective.
All right.
Because like I lived in Wisconsin, like I said, close to 20 years. I see Bill Walter. I love Bill. Bill is a great friend of mine. I actually got to highlight Broadhead Manor. Bill, I'm actually going to be contacting you really soon. So we'll keep an eye on your messenger. But Broadhead Manor, fell in love with Broadhead Manor. I lived there for, like I said, almost 20 years. I never knew Broadhead Manor existed.
Where did you live?
I lived actually, I started off in Kenosha and then I moved to Racine. So I lived yeah.
Yeah. So you're like 50, not even 45 minutes from me.
Yeah, like,
I lived right outside of Lake Geneva.
that's insane. Oh my God. We were like practically neighbors. That's
Yes.
crazy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like I'm up in Wisconsin like a lot. So like
Yeah.
next time I go up, I'll give you a holler and be like,
Yeah.
yo, let's go
Yep.
get some
Yep.
cheese and beer. Let's
Yeah,
go
and,
get
that's
some
where-
and
that's-
on your way driving there, you can stop by Michigan because I'm right north of the Indiana border.
I'll snag Shane and we'll go road trip and
Okay.
drink.
Yeah,
We'll
I'll
go
do
have,
it.
we'll
I'll
show
road
them what a
trip for
Pringle
sure.
is,
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I used to work in Kenosha.
That's
So yeah.
insane.
Yeah. I did that for 8 years. 9 years.
Wow. That's a drive.
Yeah, it was. For 8 years it was. I went through 2 cars doing it.
I do not doubt that whatsoever.
Mhm. And now
but-
you moved to Ohio?
well, I'm now moving into Indiana. So
So you're gonna be closer.
I've got one foot in each state actually right now. Like we're in the
Right.
process of moving me from Ohio to Indiana. So
Okay.
yeah. Who knew the paranormal would be like where you find who you're
Yeah.
supposed to be with. So
Right.
Well,
Well,
it's
right,
insane when
right.
you're not looking. That's when it smacks you
Right.
upside the face, and you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Well, that's I'm happy for you. Congratulations
Yeah,
on
I'm
that.
glad everything's going good.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I had no idea that you were that close. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's insane.
I always thought that you were an East Coast girl.
East
and you're
Coast. That's what I always just.
that's
Bree's
what
on the
I
East
always
Coast.
assumed. It's just the fact that Brie
Yeah,
gets
no.
around the East Coast a little bit, and she
Yeah.
goes to all these locations, and
Well, I
yeah.
got to spend 3 weeks out there. Connecticut was my home base.
yeah,
Had an absolute blast doing that.
That's cool.
Hate Connecticut. No offense to anybody from Connecticut. I hate your traffic. Your traffic sucks. It's like when they're merging. I swear, it reminds me of remember the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, like Grey Poupon commercial?
Yep.
oh yeah,
Or the limo, and they're like, excuse me. That's what I think they're doing when they're merging. It comes to the merge as they're trying to instead of zipper affecting, they're like, oh no, you please. No, I insist.
Yeah.
And then like they're in the speed lane and it's like 65 and they're doing like 64. And I'm like, yo, I've got some crimes I need to be committing in this lane right about now. Get the hell out of my way. Okay.
Pedal on the right.
Like, move it. Like, I got 5 states to drive through, and you're making it turn into like the distance of 7 at this point.
Right.
So.
And you get the same thing, especially, and you know just as well as I do, growing up in Wisconsin, that the minute it starts snowing, the very first time it snows for the year, everybody freaks out. It could be like a half an inch, and everybody's
Michigan
like, "Oh my
does
god,
that.
oh we're gonna
Get
die."
the bread
They
and
freak
milk, you
out.
guys.
Right, yeah.
What is bread and milk gonna do for us?
And
I don't know, but we got bread and milk.
Right. And then all of a sudden, when it snows a foot, everybody's like driving like maniacs. It's like, oh, this is not bad.
God, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It'll be
Michigan's
down to, like,
the same.
one lane. Oh, what kills me about Wisconsin, I had never seen this till I lived in Wisconsin. I actually worked at a truck stop off of 94 going towards Milwaukee. I worked at a Pilot.
Okay.
And one of the girls I worked with, she wanted me to, she's like, can you be my DD? And I'm like, yeah, I'm all for DDs. I'll be your DD. So we go out to this bar and like BFE, Wisconsin. Like we're past like Union Grove. I mean, we are like out in the sticks of Wisconsin.
Right.
Like there's cows free roaming, I think, you know? So
right.
Like, and the parking lot is packed. It's got like 2 feet of snow. It is torrentially snowing. I'm in my little Mazda 6 and I'm like, you had the diesel and you had me drive my Mazda. Like, okay, like it's a good thing I know how to steer. I know what this car is made out of and I can do it. But like you've got a diesel that you just put a Cummins on and you got, okay. We go in and there's like people like, you know, you see all the snowmobiles, right? And there's like little 5 and 6-year-olds running around through this bar. And I'm like,
oh yeah.
Dude, ladies changing a diaper on the table behind us.
Right.
These kids
I
like
drove.
Randy.
That's why my way to work was I drove through Union Grove every morning.
That's insane.
So yeah.
So you know
I've been to that. I bet you I've been to that Pilot you work at. You worked at. I know I had.
We probably met each other and didn't even realize.
Probably.
That's insane. That's funny.
That is just crazy.
That is
funny. That is funny. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Wisconsin, especially when it snows, and then you've got, 8-year-olds riding. Yeah,
and it's like
it's crazy.
Oh yeah, and then you go to the bar, and it's like a family trip in the bar because they were all riding snowmobiles, and Dad was like, "Hey, it's time for my burger and beer," and then you got little kids running around, and you're just like, because you won't see that anywhere else. Like little kids, running around in a bar.
Being in the southern part of Wisconsin, only an hour north of Chicago, it's kind of like that. All that empty space. I mean, because you got Pell Lake, you got Lake Geneva, you got Elkhorn, you've got all these other towns, but there's a couple, even Boner's Lake.
Yeah.
Now that's an actual town. It's not really a town, but it's just a place where people stay, live. I mean, it's just houses and stuff. One gas station. And it's just, Wisconsin is odd. I love Wisconsin.
The best names. The best names.
Oh yeah.
Like the Bong Recreation.
Yeah.
Nice. You're driving down 94.
I drive by. I used to drive by that every day too. The Bong Recreation was basically a nature walk. Is what it was, and it was named after the guy's last name was Bong.
Yeah,
and so it was the Bong Reservation. Yeah. And oh my gosh, I've drove by that every day for 8 years, and I'd be like, every time I saw that sign, I'm like. For a fact that there's got to be guys in there.
Everybody's getting lit in that park. Everybody's getting lit in that park.
Everyone.
They're getting lit in that park.
Yep. I would see cops go in there every once in a while when I would drive by, either one coming out or one going in. Not all the time, but yeah. So they're probably
the kids know what trees they can climb up and what trees have like the empty trunk that they can hide their stash. I mean,
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're like, oh, we're gonna be slick. Look at the name,
right. And then you got a small town in between there called Kansasville.
Yeah.
Kansasville. You blink, you miss it.
That's where the bar was Kansasville.
Yep.
That
Yep.
was
There's
it.
a big
Yeah.
part on. Yeah. 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 So I mean, it's crazy that you live right. You know all the places that I lived at.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. So yeah, when you come to this area, then you got to grab Shane.
Yep.
Pick me
I'm
up,
right on
and
the
then
way. 10 minutes from the
Yep.
Indiana border. So
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
You just gotta
I'll
sweep
zip up
down
and be
and.
like, all right, let's go,
Mhm.
Shane. We're out.
Yep.
we'll
Yep.
ride.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we've had quite a few people in the chats. I mean, I think the most that we've had viewers right now is 12, and I think that's a record for us for a long
Aw.
time.
We're going out with a bang.
But yeah, we were going out with a bang. Why not? You know. Oh, and Brie, there are no filters, so swear away. I don't care.
I've been editing
We've
myself.
never.
I can stop editing?
Oh
Yeah.
no, you could totally stop editing. Yeah, we've never edited. What
Nope.
I've never had. I've
Go
only had to
straight.
edit one show because of the fact that the person that we had on, it was a difficult show. Let's just put it that way. We made it
Okay.
through, but I had to edit some of it because some of it was just not kosher. But yeah, with
Right.
this, hell yeah, take the filter off. You know,
Well, fucking A, man.
Let Brie out.
right? Exactly.
Out of her cage.
Let it go. Let it flow.
Let me take
you
my
know?
flannel off. Let's get going then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
she's-
Yeah, Megha
well,
says I've lived in Germany. I did live in Germany. Yeah. I did. I was there for 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was
You did?
Yeah. Ex-husband number 1, my boys' dad. He how do I say this now? Well, he didn't know what he wanted to be when he grew up. So yeah, he joined the military at one point. And
You've been married twice? What is the odds of that? Because
don't tell
times
me
the
you've
time.
got 3 too. Oh,
I've only had 2. I'm on my second one.
no. Oh, I'm on my third.
Yep, my wife's
Yeah.
stuck with me now.
no,
Yeah,
I've got
my
3.
wife. My wife said the only way you're getting out of this marriage is in a pine box.
Oh.
So, yeah,
Oof.
that's all right.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
know what?
I don't
No,
care
you know
going
you've
with.
got she's committed.
It's like that one Christmas movie, wasn't it?
Which one?
The one where the lady had him all tied down.
Misery
Yeah.
with Kathy
Oh,
Bates,
yeah,
where she breaks his
yep.
ankles.
Yeah. I think that was
Jeez.
it.
That was his wife.
No.
I didn't
I'm just
think
saying
that
that
was
was
his wife.
No, it wasn't, but that's the way he's holding for
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, where she like takes the wood box.
No,
and
I
she's like,
didn't know. Kelly
feels
Schaefer.
it.
Yep.
4?
She's got it.
She beat us. Damn it! How much do I owe in the pot now?
No. No.
This is water. I swear.
Whatever. Don't lie.
Yeah.
I'm about ready to go get my peppermint ranchada. And just
It must be a Wisconsin thing. Yeah, it's something in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shane, where's your drink?
Right here.
Oh, okay. He's got one. See?
Yeah, I got a beer going.
Yeah. See?
See, I'm missing out. Where's my alcoholic beverage?
Yeah, you
Hey.
better have somebody bring you one because you only got 20 minutes
Hold
left.
on.
Yeah. See?
I got a text.
This is going to be great.
Yeah. There you go. Bring
Let
me
me
my
find it.
shit. Yeah. Bring me my medication.
I love the Slimer on the wall in the back. That's cool.
I noticed
Yeah,
that
this is
too.
all his. And
Mhm.
there's haunted objects all throughout this room.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Love it.
also noticed something on your right side, sitting there other side. You're right. Yes, I kept seeing. I was drawn to that hutch for some reason, constantly. Yes,
I just kept seeing the Slimer.
I just kept seeing what?
So there's a crucifix. See, okay, so hold on, let me finish this text.
Okay, you finished that text. I keep looking at that cap or that shelving, going, what? That shelving.
Okay, yeah, so when I was on my 3-week trip, he actually went to the Mid-Michigan Paracon that
Okay.
they
Oh,
had
yeah.
November 4th and 5th.
Mhm.
And he messages me and he's like, "Hey babe, just so you know, I got a crucifix that was used in an exorcism and has a reported baddie attached to it. Now, I'm learning that I've got medium abilities. I can feel, I can sense, I can see,
Right.
smell, all the fun
Mhm.
stuff.
Right.
And I get home and I walk in here, and like my big thing is I feel it in my face, and then it feels like something's pushing on my chest, right? And
Right.
I
Right.
walk in and
Right.
I'm just like, son of
My eyes start to
you
water.
gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. There's something with that because I thought it was the video. You know what I mean?
no,
Because I'm looking at the video. I'm like, I kept seeing a little bit of something.
you're
It was like,
seeing something poke out,
Yeah.
aren't you?
yeah, it's
Yeah, Mecca sees it too. Mecca goes
yeah,
on
yeah,
all my lives, and he
yeah,
helps me regulate stuff.
yeah, 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 yeah,
I'm still
Good.
figuring
yeah,
it all the
yeah.
fun
Because the
stuff
fact
out.
that it's kind of like, I, I can interview somebody and talk to somebody, but if you've got something that has some type of haunted object or
Yeah.
something like that, I'm
We've
gonna
got
be drawn to it.
this is why we got this candle in here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw this at Walmart and he was like, ours. And I was like, yeah. So yeah, it's the
There he is.
Oh, hey, man. Yeah.
Hey.
oh my god, the cupcake just
Right in the show.
Aw, nice. That's quite fitting, brother. Very
That's
nice.
great. I love it.
the crucifix. They're seeing stuff on the video popping out of here. Where's the crucifix at, you guys?
It should be right towards the end.
Yeah, right there.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where he's seeing it in Mecca too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. But you know what?
It's not nice. It's not
No,
like
but-
I've seen shadows run
Right,
between
right.
here and the
But it's
bathroom, and
it's something small. It's something small that I've seen in there. It's like a child. It's childlike.
it's childlike.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say it's childlike? He ignores it. I'm the one that's like, so it was running around upstairs while you were at work today. The cats
Yeah.
and I sat here
Yeah.
for half an hour completely trying to
right.
figure out what was making that noise. Yeah, the
Yeah.
cats and I
Wow.
will just sit here, and it's like you start thinking I'm a cat because like they'll tilt their head, and I'm like, what are they saying?
Right. Yeah. But I don't quite think that it's what you think it is. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not. It's kind of like an unknown. So I don't know. If
I
Kelly is still watching, where's Kelly?
She's hiding.
She better not be hiding.
Kelly, here's your shots.
Yeah. So yeah, but anyways, yeah, that there's just something different about that because my eyes are starting to water. But
yeah, I'm watching. Like I had some people like the past because I did like 4 podcasts last week. I was only able to do I think like 2 up here.
Yeah.
And like somebody made the comment, they're like, you keep looking down. Why do you keep looking down? And I'm like, I kept looking down because I was seeing like right where my name tag is, which is over
yeah.
that shelf.
Yeah.
I'm seeing something. It looked like it was popping up over my name. So I'm like looking down as I'm talking.
Okay, so Kelly's here. Now, you need to Kelly needs to tap in and find out what exactly because I see something small. And that's the image that I got. I can't quite tell what it is, but Kelly will give me a little assessment here. She's been working on my genealogy.
Oh, okay.
And it's a child female. Aha. Yep. See?
Can you tell I'm just curious. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell what she looks like? Or can Kelly tell what she looks like? And it's okay.
No, it looks like a child that would be from and runs the house. Yes, she does. Okay, she's wearing like a nightgown, and she's really short, and she's wearing like a one-piece nightgown. You know what I mean? Like
white,
yes,
lacy.
yes.
I've seen her.
Okay. Then we're not. I know what Brie's thinking.
Yeah, I've seen her.
Okay, right. So it's not that she's a baddie. Yeah, 8 years old or so. Yep. Finally, frilly antique nightgown.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See
like a
Ragged
Raggedy
Dog.
Ann, like a Raggedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I've
Yeah.
seen a
Okay.
Raggedy Ann doll, and I've also seen like one of the another visual I had was like the Amish dolls without the eye, like because Amish dolls can't have faces,
Yeah.
like they
Yeah.
can't have
Oh yeah.
any.
Yeah.
Yep.
They
Yeah.
believe
Yeah.
it like holds a soul or it's gonna steal
Right.
your
Right.
soul.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I've also seen that type of doll too. Like the dolls rotate, and I'm like, is this a different kid? But I don't know if it's like something else because there are other haunted objects in this office. So I don't
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd love to
know.
put my sensor board in that back corner
Right.
of that office and just let it sit there for about a week,
Right. Thanks,
collecting
Bill.
data.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love you, Bill.
What I also keep seeing too with that is I see a building. It's like a 2-story building, but it looks like old, like it's in England. Okay.
Almost like a row house.
Yeah. Yeah. Why? Do you see that as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We're
Okay.
validating.
I wish
right
I,
now.
I wish I had
Don't
you
mind
guys'
us, we're
abilities.
validating.
Let's. I get, and Kelly can contest to this. I get started on a roll and I can't stop. But I'm okay. Focusing on Brie. Okay. All right.
See, I don't have to worry about any of this stuff.
You
'cause
don't, and
I'm as sensitive as a rock.
right.
And
That's
so,
what Nick is. Nick's like he can see stuff. He can
Yeah.
hear voices, but he's like, I don't get all the feels. So I'm
He
like,
doesn't.
don't
He
get
doesn't
it.
entertain it. He's more.
I
like,
want to
"Hey,
see
that's
numbers,
cool."
you know?
Right. He wants to see numbers.
I'm that kind of guy, you know? Give me the numbers. I want to see some statistics.
Right.
Yeah.
Did it happen or didn't it? And what is it?
Right. Yeah. Oh, glad that I'm not the only one who does this.
Yeah. Yeah, because Nick will be on my lives and it kills people because people will be like, no. And like I will have the camera pointed away, like where I can't,
Yep.
I'm not able
Yep.
to read my live when I'm actually doing an investigation.
Mhm.
Sure.
And I'll be like, okay, I'm feeling touched. And like, because I always like to give descriptions for my viewers. Because like what I love about what I do is like it's not a 5-day investigation that's been edited down to 45 minutes to fit a time frame for commercials, blah, blah, blah. It's
I
not a
just did one of
YouTube
those.
video that's edited down. You're not seeing the snippets that they want to show you. Like I'm bringing you along from start to finish, and you might get a
Right.
shit ton of stuff, or you might not see anything.
Yeah.
But I'm learning. I kind of feel like my viewers are not getting a fair deal because I've been called a beacon. A lot of people have referred to me as a beacon. They're like, you
Mhm.
draw it. Like they know,
Right.
See that?
Right. Yeah. I
you
can
know.
see
So
that.
it's like they're gonna get activity practically every time they
Uh-huh.
see me. I don't think I've been anywhere where I have not had activity. In all honesty, I've been doing walkthroughs where I couldn't do investigations, and I've had activity pop up.
Mhm.
I've had people see things, hear things.
Right.
Even took a picture at Letchworth Village because I felt something to my left. Took a quick picture, and there's a nurse in a 1940s
Yeah.
nurse, and an
Wow.
outfit. You don't have to do anything. You just look at the pic. It's right there.
Isn't that in Wisconsin?
Letchworth, no, that's in New York. New York. That was when I was on my 3-week
Oh.
trip out east. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
That
There,
was
Bill,
amazing.
Wisconsin, not too far from where I live. It's east. That's an actual village.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but they do like tours and stuff, and it's like kind of like you
Yeah.
walking back in time, and yeah, I can't remember the name.
Yeah,
of
I
that.
can't remember the name of it, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
do. There
yeah.
is one there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like what a lot of people don't know, that what makes Letchworth famous, besides all of the abuse, the neglect, and all the horrible crap that went on there, in 1950, an 8-year-old boy was successfully given the first dose of the polio vaccination that we now know
Wow.
of,
Yep.
that has eradicated, hopefully, fingers crossed, the polio disease. So
Yep.
Right.
there's your little bit of, there's your tidbit of history for the night, folks.
Tidbit of history.
See, there you go.
Right. That's cool.
Sponge. It just sucks in.
See, this show is educational.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I can have an alcoholic beverage and still spit my stuff. So
Right.
Yeah.
See,
You're good.
we have no regulations or rules out here. We just
No,
there's certain
we just
things we
float.
don't talk about,
right.
and the
Yep.
G word
Yep.
and the P word.
Okay, my mind just went all that.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it goes in the
Come
gutter
on.
bad.
No. Starts with a G-O-V.
Oh yeah.
And then POL. Yeah, we don't talk about the
Okay.
things that what goes on in the world.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I
Yeah.
get it. Okay. Like, yeah, like
Okay,
that's kind of like when I
explain.
say the D word and my audience goes,
Yeah.
"D word."
Actually, I did when you first did it that way. I was like, and then I had to wait,
No,
out of the gutter.
no,
Let's get back to the
no.
show.
Okay, explain. No, and then Kelly goes, I could think of a number of P words. Okay, Kelly.
Kelly, my mind went there. I mean, I live on the corner of like gutter and sewers.
Yeah, see, that's where I live. I mean, if you looked at my memes, you'd see.
Oh my, yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
mean, you're across the street from me. I say hi to you every morning. So
Yep, that's true.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This
people
is
are like, oh
crazy.
my goodness. Yeah, because it's like people will be like, with my lives, like, oh, do we have to watch our link? No. Have you heard what
No.
I say about cat balls in my bag? Like, we're
Yeah.
good. Okay.
You're right. Yeah, it's free speech, people. Yeah. So
Exactly. We're
yeah.
having fun. As long as we're
I don't
having
think
fun.
that I don't think yeah, I don't think there's been ever a time that we've ever had somebody say anything negative on our chat, even on our chats,
Yeah.
except for we've had a couple trolls here and there.
Oh yeah, we get trolled.
Oh
Every
my
show gets
every
trolled.
every show gets trolled. I got one that you want a real investigator, interview me, and I'm like, yeah, blah blah blah. Heard that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but no, we have Brie Hollingshead here, just hanging out with us and drinking a cocktail. Shane's drinking a cocktail. I don't drink, so I'm just drinking coffee, which is fine.
It's just as good,
Right.
I'll have a double. It's all right. I'll drink for you.
I'll
I
mix them.
appreciate that because I usually live vicariously through other people's drinking. So
Yeah, so I'll mix the coffee and the whiskey, and we'll be great.
There you
There
go.
we go.
Right on. Right.
You don't know whether to go fast or slow.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, this show basically kind of encapsulates just the fun that we've had over the 4 years that we've been doing this, and like I said, having Brie on here, and we both know Brie, and just great conversation and the strange things that happens on investigations, and yeah, I mean, it's just I couldn't have asked for a better guest. So
Yeah, it's been awesome. Thank you.
yeah, it has been awesome. But yeah, so yeah, we definitely have to get together, investigate. Let me see. There was something else. Are you making an appearance somewhere new? You got something in the works? Like you're going to do an investigation? You got something in the works?
Yeah, that's the remotely paranormal that I'm doing.
Okay.
So, I will be. That starts a week from today at the Mysterious Monroe House.
Okay.
And then I've got. I don't know if Chris is watching right now. So yes, we're gonna do an adventure, Kelly. We're totally doing it. So, I got the remotely paranormal going on. Starts next week with the Mysterious Monroe House. You get to see insane challenges. We are going to be incorporating the history, the haunting into each challenge, just like we did with the Wildwood Sanitarium.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually just locked in. See, I haven't had a chance to talk to Chris yet because, like,
okay,
this
if you don't,
it
that's
just
totally
blew
fine.
open
Yeah.
this massive opportunity that I was like, I would be dumb not to take. So January is going to be insane.
Right. That's why I said that. Just
yeah.
because I see you doing something big,
Yes.
and so if you can't talk about it, that's totally fine.
Oh, yeah, I'll talk to you about it after the show.
Okay.
After the show, we can talk about it.
I do that to people all the time. I'm like, yeah, you know what?
This is going to be exciting. Like, I think people's minds, like, if this gets put into place the way that it's supposed to in January, people are going to think I'm psychotic. But it is
aren't
going.
You?
I mean, I look at this way. I'm a beautiful crazy. You either gonna love me or you're gonna hate me. Either way, I'm still beautiful. So it's all right.
This is
There
Brie.
you go.
This is Brie. Welcome her to do the paranormal with a smile.
Exactly. We're having fun, and if you're not having fun, then you're not with the right person. Just go. You're not all about what we're doing here. But
don't take life too
January
seriously.
is gonna be dope because like I said, it's gonna be dope. Like I got a 2-week road trip I'm planning out right now, there's going to be massive collabs going down. Actually, the 22nd of this month, you guys are going to see me collabing with Nick's going to be there. And I just found out there's going to be 2 other people that are going to be there. We're starting at the Conjuring House, people. Merry Christmas.
That'll be
Oh,
awesome.
Yeah. So we
wow.
will be there December 22nd. And then, how would you guys like to ring in the new year with me for 3 days and 2 nights back at Hinsdale?
Oh, wow. That
Ooh,
would be
that would be
crazy.
cool.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that place.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I love Hinsdale. It's one of my favorite things, especially with the restoration that Daniel's doing there.
Right.
I think what he is doing is amazing. I mean, they are finding a lot of things on the property right now to back up the legend of the 2 brothers that had the stagecoach that murdered all these people, horrifically murdered these people.
Yep, I heard
Right.
about. Yeah, we're writing a book on that, on the
No
Hinsdale.
way.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
working on it. We're
That's
2/3 of the way
yeah.
done.
So,
So
little known fact, I actually, and I don't blame, like I look at it this way. If spirit wants you, it doesn't matter what you do to protect yourself, spirit's gonna find you. And
correct.
I learned that. I went to Hinsdale, did 3 days, 2 nights on the very start of my 3-week trip.
Mhm.
And I kept having reoccurring dreams that had Hinsdale in it. Like Hinsdale kept coming to mind. I would wake up every morning at like 8:05 in the morning.
Wow.
I had my most terrifying experience ever at Hinsdale.
Wow.
And I've been dealing with this since I was 6. Nothing scared me to the point like Hinsdale did. And it
Mhm.
wasn't until like we did the Friendsgiving with Bump in the Night Society that I realized like what I had something following me. And I knew I had something following me from Hinsdale. And a lot of people would be like, well, how does the spirit follow you? You gotta understand there's portals everywhere. You know,
Right.
especially if somebody's been playing with something that they shouldn't have, they didn't close it up properly, you've got a portal.
Sure.
You know,
That's half the world.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you got ley lines, you've got all
Right.
kinds of stuff. I mean, if spirit wants to travel, spirit's gonna travel. They'll figure it out, I
Mhm.
mean, it's not like they gotta jump in a car and drive for 10 hours. I mean, it's like they're there.
Mhm.
So this thing was following me. It kicked it up a whole new level when we were at the Bel Air house for 3 days and 2 nights, called me out, started telling me I needed to join them, that it was a done deal. I mean, it totally like ignored everybody else in the room and like focused on me.
Right.
It was really creepy. Like Sean
I
Austin
say
ended up
that's a little
being there the
frightening.
second night, and even like Sean and I were validating each other with what we were feeling and stuff. And they were like, "Something's with you," and I'm like, "Yeah." And so, like the second night, we're doing like an Estes session, and we've got one of the guys from Bump in the Night up in the crawl space of the attic there at Bel Air. And so he's doing the Estes. We're all at the seance table. We got Kristen Lee, the owner of Bel Air, with us. We've got Sean Austin from 28 Days. You guys, if you haven't known him, look him up. He's actually a really great guy.
Sean Astin, he was also on Ghost Loop.
Yeah, he was on Ghost
I
Loop.
love that show.
Yeah, he was on. I mean, he knows his stuff. Like he's
Mhm.
really good with what he does.
Yeah.
And so, like, Sean Bowman, him and his wife Jen, they run Bump in the Night. They're the ones that founded it. And they start asking because like I keep feeling something like right behind me. They keep seeing something right behind me. And they're like, why are you messing with Brie? You messed with her all night last night. You're messing with her tonight. And like I kept getting a lot of sexual stuff through the 3 Estes sessions that I did at Hinsdale. And
Mhm.
like Mikey comes through doing Estes and he's like, mm-hmm, like, mm. And I'm like,
Right.
yay, I'm like, that sounds encouraging. Like,
Right.
yay, like it's bad.
That's not creepy.
No.
No, like, but that's how it was the whole time I was at Hinsdale. Whatever is there, one of the spirits there found me very appealing. There was like, it came through like a sexual assault, but if you don't know the history of Hinsdale, you got to look
Right.
back into it. George Washington sent a whole battalion of soldiers to go and eradicate the Indians that were on the property. Now you got to think, it's not just men Indians. There's men, there's women, there's children, there's old people, right?
Right.
Sure.
So they're going to go and they're going to take all the men out first.
Right.
What are they going to do with the women?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Not
come
gonna be
on.
good.
We don't need to go back to sex 101, do we? I mean, let's
Right.
be real.
Yep.
We should know what happened.
Right.
And then they murdered the women.
Right.
And who knows what happened with the children. But let's be real with what happened with the women. you know, you've got the 2 stagecoach owners, you know, what did they do if a man showed up with a wife? Well, probably the same situation. Husband
Yeah,
got
they'd
off
pick him
first.
off for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the woman was sexually abused, and then she was most likely offed. Um, so there is a lot of sexual abuse that is associated with the land around Hinsdale, along with the
Mm.
bloodshed, along with the wars. There's a lot of really
Sure.
ugly history that's there.
Mhm.
And so
Right.
all of this was coming through during my Estes session. So when Mikey and like it took it to a whole new level where it wasn't just like a sexual assault was coming through, like it was a sexual assault against me. And like it
Right.
even brought
Right.
in Nick, and it was like, hold Nick back. And I'm like, you know, we get done and I'm like, what the hell just happened here? You know,
Right.
like this is
Yep.
something's off. And but it starts coming through at Bel Air. And so I'm like, okay, so like Nick leans forward and he's like, are you from Hinsdale? There's a quick pause and then it comes through plain as day, I am. And I'm like, yep,
Wow.
we got an issue. So I ended up having a holy fire Reiki session done. And the description that she got, like, she even like a couple of days before our session, like, you know, her spirit guides connected with my spirit guides, and she's writing all this stuff down. And when I read the notes, like she wrote down yummy, and that's what I kept getting called when I was at Hinsdale. Like they kept calling me yummy, and I was just like, yeah, this is the same
Wow.
asshole. Yeah, for sure. So, um, you know, I think like kind of like people look at things that follow them, attachments, and it's be kind of come like the we don't talk about that here
Yeah.
in the
Right.
paranormal, and people don't know what to do. Well, guess what? There's things that can be done. You can be helped, and we shouldn't be.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
We need to be open. We need to talk. I mean, if you're going to teach someone how to use a REM pod correctly, how a K2 is just to read EMF, you know, and this
Right.
is the method that you should correctly, you know, go to get evidence. Why are we not going to help people with that as well? So I've been
Right.
open,
Sure.
not negatively open, but I've been open because people need to know this stuff happens.
Right.
I
Right.
I when I left, I said, "You can't come with me." I got sage, the bottom of my feet. I did the whole 9 yards of what you're supposed to do. It still found me. If the spirit wants you, a spirit's gonna get you somehow, some
Mhm.
way. It's gonna
Yep.
happen. And
Mhm.
but you can get help. There are people out there that know. There are people that
Oh
love it,
yeah.
you know. So, um, but I'm going back and I'm gonna show Hinsdale. Guess what? You didn't break me.
Right.
Guess
Yep. There
what?
you
You
go.
scared the absolute living shit out of me in Mary's room. And I stayed there for 2 nights. And
Yeah.
the second night, yeah, I might have gotten up and okay, I don't think my feet hit the floor. I'm pretty sure I jumped from the bed into the big bedroom, Claire's room. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
you can't even say I ran, I jumped. But I ended up back in that room. I did sleep in Mary's room. I finished up the
Yeah,
second.
I actually slept in there. I had some of the best rest I'd had in years. I slept
That is
great in
so
there.
comfortable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great little
I
space.
love that little bed. That is
Yeah.
like I even
And
asked Amy, I was like,
when I first
dude.
went to sleep, I was kind of like, well, I was thinking, all right, there's going to be weird stuff, going to be weird stuff. And then all of a sudden I realized again, it's morning and it's like, oh, well, I felt good. I'm ready to
Yeah,
go.
like
Let's investigate again.
yeah, the first night I slept in that room, like the
Yep.
flies were quiet. I was like,
Oh,
okay,
no.
I know if the flies are active, I'm screwed, but the flies are quiet. And I just laid there and I laid on my left side looking at the
Yep.
dolls on the table. And next thing I know, it's like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. And
Yep.
I'm
That's
like,
exactly what happened to me. I loved it there.
that
It
was
was
like the
peaceful at
quickest,
Hinsdale.
best sleep. Like I woke up and I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah,
See, that
oh,
was me.
let's
Yeah. So,
go.
yep.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
Mhm.
other people sleep there and they're just like, they won't even sleep.
right. They won't even like they'll like sit in there for a few like because Daniel even showed
Yep.
up the second night to investigate with us, and I was like, "Have you tried that bed? Like that bed is a what bed is that? Like I need to know the
Yeah.
mattress name at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
I'm
great.
loving this bed." And he's like, he even admitted, "I haven't slept in there yet."
Oh.
Hmm.
And I was like, "Oh, okay." But like I've heard a lot of people won't sleep in there. So I
They
was
say they
like,
won't, but I don't know. I thought that would be the first place I'd go, because I'm one
like
of
we're
those.
investigating and we're supposed to like push
Yep.
we're supposed to push ourselves. We're supposed to grow. Why would we not do the scariest thing possible in the house besides sleeping in the basement? I mean,
Yeah,
sleep
that
in
basement's
Mary's
a little
room.
bit creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
A lot of
loved it. I
stone,
loved
rough shale.
it.
Well, this has been excellent. This has been a lot of fun. I mean, you guys, in the chats, thank you for the support. Um, Adam has one more thing to say. Great show, everyone. Got to work in the morning. Blessings, Studio 6 Paranormal Podcast. Best wishes in the future, Jane Shane. Talk soon, Brie. So, yes, it's been, times flies, when you're
Yeah, it's been
having
great.
fun. So, but I think we are about out of time. We're actually overtime, which is fine. Not a big deal. But yeah, so I want to thank everybody again for tuning in. I want to thank Bree for being such a fantastic guest.
Yeah, it's been
Thank
great.
you.
If you want to listen to Bree or hear Bree's voice anywhere, you could find her on Paranormal Triangle. She does the intro for our audio podcast and our exit. So
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
are actually, we're gonna rotate. We're gonna have other paranormal celebrities that are going to do the intros and outros, or probably just the intros, but she's in our rotation, and I was blessed to have her do that when I asked her.
Thank you.
So yeah, this has been a fun 4 years. I want to say thank you to everybody. I want to thank Shane
Hey, no
for
problem.
putting up with me for 4 years.
Oh, you've been great, Jay. Jay actually did all the heavy lifting here. All I do is just sit here and chat with people. So Jay
Right.
did all the work.
Yeah. So yeah, so everybody, thank you again. It's been a great show, and I'm sure that eventually you'll see a lot of Bree in a lot of different places. So keep your eye out for that. And you can find all the information on Studio 6 Productions' new project on Studio 6 Productions on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Shane's got a lot of stuff going on.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you could find him all over social media as well. And we are not going away, so to speak, forever, but we are just moving into a different lane.
Yep.
So that's the best way to describe it. So we want to thank everybody again. And this final show will be uploaded probably tonight onto everywhere you get your podcast. Thanks again to everybody. It's been a real joy to be able to do this for you guys. Thanks.